Hello, hello. It's Motivation Mornings with Marnie and Melissa. Hi, there we are. Hi, I'm Melissa Houston, a health insurance specialist and financial planner in Victoria, BC, Canada. And I am excited to do some holiday baking. Hence my Zoom background today.
Ooh, well, your backgrounds inspire me want to eat holiday baking. That's what I thought. I was like, cookie. And good morning, everybody. I'm Marnie Dangerfield, also here in Victoria, BC, and I'm a wellness and intentional creativity coach and a gardening advocate. And I just distracted by those nummy cookies. I'll just go with that.
What's your favorite holiday treat? Marnie, do you have a favorite?
Oh, goodness. Well, just because I ate it most recently, one of Bill's ginger cookies.
Ooh,
They're delicious, and his shortbreads. He makes those around the holidays. And, oh, so good.
cooks and bakes. Nice.
Yeah. Much to be grateful for, yes.
And hello to
So,
everyone who's joining us live. I can't see you, but hopefully you're seeing us.
yes, I'm trying to get you on my little screen here too so I can see. But oh wait, there's a few people. Yep.
Awesome.
Just not sure why it's not showing me comments. But anyway, we'll get started. So we always like to start with our value statement.
Mhm.
And it's like madly look around. Where is it? And then we're going to share what's inspiring us this week, and we hope you'll share if you're called to in the comments below as well. What's inspiring you? And then this week I'll be sharing the wellness tip. Next week it'll
Yay.
be Melissa, and then we'll share our contact information, and then we'll all share gratitude. And I say all. Hopefully you will too in the comments, and then we'll finish up with Melissa's always wonderful motivational quote.
Woo. Sounds like a great morning. All right.
Mhm.
Our value statement. Today we gather
In the spirit of possibility,
in support of community
to encourage holistic well being,
to empower our authentic selves.
to express, to, to share appreciation, my apologies,
No worries. To express compassion.
and to enjoy this gift of life. Hey, there we go. Good morning, Rose and Wendy and Leanne and
Good
Cindy
morning,
Lou.
Mom. Oh
So
my
lovely to
goodness,
have
full
you with
house.
us.
Woo.
So exciting.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Awesome. Well, let's see. Probably you
Okay,
should
yeah,
probably
that's
go
right. I didn't
first.
say which one it was.
Yeah.
Yeah, this week it is me. Next week will be you. So in this week, I shared a picture earlier in one of the posts of our reminders for the show. And what's inspiring me this week is there's a lovely um, as we walk through the neighborhood, there's this one house, and they have a little, like, I'm trying to remember the name of it now. I'm drawing a blank. But anyway, it's a rockery, and where they create it's basically a give one take one. So they've created rocks with messages, and the one I shared this morning was peace. But so every time we go on a walk, it's like, for me anyway, I'm like, oh, I got to see the rocks and what are the messages, and people in the neighborhood paint them, and you can go and you can exchange, and it's just this. It's like this little mini piece of community that's formed through these rocks and their messages, and sometimes it's artwork, sometimes it's a message like the piece. Um, but I'm just really it seems like such a simple thing. It's just on the edge of their property. They already had rocks laid out, but they've got this little sign they've created, and it's just like this little magical little rock gift in the neighborhood, and it's just neat that it's you can tell people are engaged with it because the rocks keep changing, and some of them you can tell are like must be little kids have done or just different. Yeah, it's a lot of fun. So on my walk this week, there was a whole bunch of new ones, and I've taken pictures. I shared one today, but it's inspiring me.
I love that so much. It's wrapping up creativity and community all in one. Oh, I want to go see it. Will you send me where to look?
I will, yeah, yeah. And if you're in the
I
neighborhood,
don't
we
know.
could walk.
Yeah, Yeah, we can go for a very socially distant walk together. You
Exactly.
could show me. I'll have to try and find a rock to contribute. Ooh. And are they just are they painted or are they decorated in other ways as well?
Mostly, yeah, they're painted. Yeah. And different
Okay.
types of paint and all that. Some of them have a shine, some of them
Oh.
don't. Some of them, yeah. There's been
Hmm.
animals, there's been words, it's fun to go check out. So, yeah.
Very cool. I don't think I have paint handy. I might have to acquire some paint.
New Year's project.
Yeah. Oh, that's a great idea. I should go there on New Year's Day. And oh, and maybe write like an intention for the year on it. Bring
Mm,
that there. Maybe that's a
yes.
good idea. Ooh,
Ooh, loving
ooh.
what's growing from this. Yes. Intentional rocks. Yes.
Awesome. Well, thank you, Marnie. My goodness, I doubt anyone who just doesn't wander that neighborhood would know about that. So I really appreciate you sharing that. That's very cool.
Thank you. So, how about you? What's inspiring you this week?
This week, I came across a Facebook community that I wanted to share because it made my heart grow 2 sizes watching the videos in this group, and I wanted to share it. And it's not new or anything because there's 3.5 million people following it, but it's new to me. So it's called Special Books by Special Kids. Have you heard of it before, Marnie? No? Okay. And I don't even know how it materialized on my Facebook feed. It just was there the other day, and I was engrossed in the video that it was. So I'm just going to read to make sure I'm doing it justice what it's all about. So says this journey started when I was a special education teacher working with children with varying disabilities. We started this page with the hope of teaching our community about inclusion. After 6 months, we had 100,000 followers, and I began receiving requests to interview people outside of my classroom. I now travel the world to interview humans of all diagnoses and backgrounds. And it's called Special Books by Special Kids because his original idea was to have his students self publish their own books, being their own self advocates. And so the videos, I've watched a few of them now, and they're fairly long, but it doesn't seem that way because it's so fascinating to hear about these people's stories and experiences. And yeah, some are kids, but some are a little bit older. But just and the ones that I have watched so far, they are so full of life and love and like it's just so heartwarming. They're so happy to have a new friend in the gentleman who's interviewing them, and they're just beautiful souls. And I think it is such a wonderful project that he is undertaking, to go out and showcase these wonderful people to the world that wouldn't normally get this kind of attention and admiration. Like this is in my mind the real value of social media is being able to spread these kinds of positive messages and positive experiences. I was just like, I was so excited to have found this, and I wanted to share it with everyone today. I just loved it.
Oh my goodness, that sounds amazing. Oh wow, I can't wait to check it out.
I will be definitely sharing the link to the Facebook. I mean, it's very convenient that it's a Facebook group, so it'll be very easy to for everyone here on Facebook to check it out.
Oh, fantastic. Thank you. And I'm just going to let people know, unfortunately, right now, I can't seem to see the comments on the Facebook. So if you're
Oh,
commenting, we appreciate it. And we will be checking them later. I'm going to try and get my connection back up. But in case you are commenting and I'm not noticing, that's why. But we do appreciate
yeah,
you.
we're not ignoring
We're not
you.
ignoring you. We
Okay.
prefer to be paying attention. And we of course love to hear what's inspiring other people as well. So yeah,
Definitely.
but
Oh,
thank you,
and
Melissa.
yes, my pleasure. Can't wait to hear what you might have as a wellness tip for us today. Mm.
Well, so this I was pondering the other day, and um, one thing about this year, which part of me thinks, well, that just seems obvious, but I hadn't really taken in, was that this is life. This is, yeah, things are, there's a pandemic and there's kind of this extremes that are going on right now, but the waves of the stress and the joy and the, like, everybody's at different places at different times of the day, and that there can be a lot of reasons not to maybe start a wellness practice or take something on, because there's so much going on. And I was thinking about it. I was like, well, but there's always that opportunity at any moment to try again and to start again. And realizing that we are just about 2 weeks left in 2020, and whether you're big into New Year's or not, it's not a thing, but just the date. Soon we'll be changing into 2021. And so my gentle nudge this week, um, to all of you and to myself, I'm taking it on, is what's one. I know we've talked a lot of many different wellness practices and tips throughout the year, but what's calling you? What's one thing you're like, whether it's drinking more water or 5-minute meditation or some journaling or getting out in nature more. We all kind of have something that there's, or creativity, or like something that we're like, oh, I've been really meaning to do that. And then life happens and we get pulled away. And this isn't about shame, blame, or judgment or anything. This is with kindness and compassion, just noticing it. And one thing might pop out for you in this moment, and all sorts of ideas might come. And I was going to say, if that happens, I encourage you to just write them all down. Just let them be on the paper with that love and kindness and compassion. And just, you can pause and breathe and check in with your body and just read through that list. And I'm pretty sure when you're reading it, if you're in your body connected, there's going to be something as you read that kind of pop that you think, oh, that's the one. Because this isn't about trying to do them all to finish on 2020, but what's one? Just to recommit to that. I know this is a time of year it's different, but it's still the holidays. We all maybe have different traditions and beliefs, but there's things that come up for all of us at this time of year. Things may seem a bit busier, they may not. Wherever you're at is where you're at. So that's why it's like really important for you to check in with yourself and what resonates with you. I could say, oh, start a gratitude practice, start a kindness practice, but that may not resonate with you. And so my nudge this week is for you to really allow yourself that pause to check in and think, what's something I want to commit to for the rest of 2020? Even if, just not saying take on something huge, but something that's a small step, small action, that you can say, I'm going to commit to this for 2 minutes a day at least, or whatever it is that's coming up for you. But so that you're, and this end of 2020, you're building the practices and a routine that's something that's good for you, that's filling your cup up and your well-being as you head into 2021. So that's I know, and I'll share for me, my choices. I love creativity, and creativity now is a big part of my existence. And I still I've been wanting to create a daily practice of making a priority to set time aside to either journal or draw, and I haven't done it. So for the next 2 weeks, that's my goal. Is for me, morning is best. Other people might be evening, so find out what time of day is best for you. But I'm going to add 5 minutes at least to start for me each morning to do that. So yeah, and if you choose to do it, let us know in the comments, and so we can cheer you on. We can all do this together, just as a way of yeah, there's so much happening and things that maybe we can't control, but there is that remembering that there are things we can choose to do for ourselves that can help ourselves. And what's one thing as you end 2020, the next 2 weeks, that you'd like to, and have fun with it too. Something that you're excited about, not something you're like, no, I should do this. It's like, no, not that energy. You're like, yes, I
No
want to do this.
shoulds.
No shoulds. We've talked about that last week.
That's right. We talked about that.
So that's my gentle nudge. So if you let us know in the comments if you're gonna follow that nudge, and if not, no, yeah, hey, it's okay. You get to finish 2020 as you wish, but that's my nudge for this week.
I think that's an excellent nudge, and I'm definitely going to take that up. The first thing that comes off the top of my head that I would like to do is my personal wellness self-care routine has been kind of thrown out of whack in the past. I don't know if it's been probably almost a month now, because my husband is going through a career transition. So our morning routine has been changed, and I have not adapted. Like, I'm kind of all over the place still. So I am dedicating myself that in January I am actually going to start setting my alarm again to make sure that I am up at the time that I want to be awake, so that I have enough time to do the things that I want to do in the morning before my day actually gets going. So I've come to the realization my body just won't wake up on its own at the time I want it to wake up.
You're like, I want to wake up this time. Come on.
No, I wake up and I look at the clock. I'm like, oh, it's later than I want it to be. So that's one thing. I might add more, but I'm gonna
Yeah, well, yes,
ponder that more.
start with one. Yeah. And yeah, obviously you can grow it. But
Thank you, Marnie. I love that. That's a great thing for people to ponder over the next couple
mhm.
weeks.
Yeah.
Oh,
And enjoy this
all
season
right.
as best as you can, of course. And I do see now that Rose did mention she really wants to check out what you shared earlier. This sounds wonderful. So woohoo.
Yeah, so good. Can't wait to watch more. All righty, so I guess now is the time for our contact information. Oops, wrong one. Sorry, that was a sneak peek. If you would like to share comments, feedback, ideas with us, feel free to email us at motivation.mornings@gmail.com. You're likely on our Facebook page, MM with MM, but if you are not, if you're maybe watching our recall recordings on YouTube, feel free to also like our page on Facebook so that you can check out all the wonderful comments everyone are making, both live and if they're watching the replay. And to get access to the resources we're mentioning as well. That's where they'll be. And then we have our Instagram, motivation_mornings_with_MM. And I think for that, I think I need to find a way to schedule posts so that I am not missing out on our motivation quotes every week as I have been. So that's something I'm going to be looking into. And then we have our YouTube, which we have the bit.ly there to capital T 0 PR capital T capital Y. Still not very catchy. I do like the TY at the end. It's sort of like, thank you for visiting our YouTube channel. And that's where we post. Oh, what were you gonna say?
Well, I was gonna say, it's like with the PRTY, it's like party. It's almost like it's a party. And it's like two to party, with the M&M.
Hey, two to party. I like it.
In a healthy way.
Yes, that's awesome. And that's where we have our recordings for people who like YouTube, and you can subscribe on there and get notices whenever we post these. So if you are not able to join us live on Wednesdays, that is another great option. There we are. Oh, there you are.
Oh, I'm excited.
And,
Oh, Cindy,
and
you on. Cindy Lou's gonna, she's feels like she's taking on the nudge to
oh,
journal every
oh,
evening.
to
So
journal.
yay. Cheering you
She
on.
may enjoy our journing prompts that I am going to be sharing in the new year then.
That's right.
Maybe.
So excited.
And then we're going to move on to gratitudes. Yes.
Mm-hmm.
And I'll give mine first. I just want to say I've been thinking a lot about our healthcare workers, and my heart goes out to them because I know just the state of things right now. It can't be easy for them, and they are people like us that are having to deal with all the same life challenges and stresses, and then you throw on top of it their challenges they're facing in their occupations and work. So I'm just feeling really grateful for them for doing that. I mean, it takes a certain kind of person to have that kind of fortitude and strength, and just willingness to give to others in that way. So I want to say thank you to all the healthcare workers out there right now.
Thank you. Yes, most definitely. Huge gratitude, and just thinking how long this is going on, and now it's just, yeah, I'm just blown away. And yes, so grateful. Thank you for sharing that. And um, my gratitude this week is for all the people who are. There's just, I keep seeing posts about different fundraisers. Like we had our own auction for e-women's, and people were super generous. But just in our community, there's been, you know, our newspaper has one that's blown away its target for this year. Czech News had something the other day and they blew away their, like, it just feels like even like this year, with even with all the stresses and issues, that it's just bringing out even more generosity, which we're fortunate we live in a pretty generous place. But I'm just so grateful for our community, and for the people who are fundraising and doing good in our community, and the people who are finding that even if it's $1, or even it's that there is that giving back at this time of year, is just, it just seems like it's really flowing really strongly in our community. And I'm just so grateful that that's happening, because I know it's helping a lot of
Yeah.
people in need.
Yeah, because there are some people having an even harder time than others, and the fact that we're all trying to band together and have that generous spirit, it's really awesome. I love seeing that too. Yay, everybody!
Yay, humanity.
Community.
Community. Boop boop.
Community. Awesome. All right. Was there any, are you seeing comments now? Are you able to see if
I was
anyone
gonna say,
posted their
it hasn't been updated. I
gratitudes?
seem to have a lag in
Okay,
mine. So if you have shared,
okay.
but feel free, remember, anything you're grateful for this week, we'd love to hear that too. And just, we
Yes,
love it.
definitely.
Helps
We
raise the
love it.
vibe.
All right.
Lifts everybody up.
All right. Well, I'll finish us off with our quote that you kind of saw already, but here it comes again. And I picked this today because it's Ludwig van Beethoven's birthday. So that's why I picked it. And at some point in his life, long ago, he said, an artist is someone who has learned to trust in himself. I just love that because we're all artists in our own ways. So
Yes. I mean, yeah, it's some people like, oh, I'm not an artist. No, everybody is. It's like, especially like what he said. Oh, that's
and can
absolutely wonderful.
be yeah, the more you trust in yourself, the more authentic you are, the better, not the better the art, I can't think of the word. There's a the more there's something about authentic art. I'm trying to
Yes.
say,
Well,
as
yes.
opposed
Yeah. It's like your soul expression,
like
right?
yes, that's right.
Only you can
When it's
create
a
it.
really a true expression of yourself,
Yeah.
that makes it extra beautiful somehow.
Yeah, well, because there's only one you, right? Each of us, like we
Yes.
are, like there's only one of us, and so what we express and share, when it's especially as you say, it's authentic and it's not done to be like, oh, I should do this, but like it's just flowing. That's just the most beautiful
Mhm.
thing because
Yeah.
and there's no one else that can create that. So flows
Nope.
through you. Um, oh, and yeah, and thank you, Cindy Lou. She shared she's grateful for her amazing colleagues, watching out as working from home. So that's yeah, we all work from home.
Awesome.
That's lovely. Thanks. And Leanne's cheering on the people power. So that's
People
awesome.
power. Awesome. Well, thanks again, everyone, for joining us live this morning.
Hmm.
And like Marnie mentioned, we will be back next Wednesday.
Oh, yes. And Melissa, you're
Yes.
sharing, you'll be sharing the wellness tip next week, right? And then I'll
Yep.
be doing the
Yep.
motivational quote. And then there's a bonus Wednesday in
All
December.
right.
So we're going
Woo.
to do something special, right?
Yeah. I
Yeah.
think we're going to have a guest. Ooh, special guest.
So, but next week, first things next week, Melissa
Mhm.
sharing her wellness and wisdom. And hope you can all join us. It's so lovely to be with you all this morning.
Thanks again. And thanks to everyone watching the replay, too. Hope you all
Yeah.
have a wonderful Wednesday.
Yes. Bye.
Bye.